Baby, I am on a roll today. I am on fire. I know Goddess is like, dang girl, this is like the fourth or fifth Goddess talks in a row. You did all this in one day? I did. I did, sis. Peace, Goddesses. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. I'm Crystal Divine Queen. My channel is called Evolving Into Her. And this is Goddess Talks. Every Friday, we share space for an elevated version of girl talk, okay? I'm just out here giving unsolicited advice that you didn't know that you needed to hear, but you needed to hear it. And not only do you need to hear it, I need to hear it too, sis. I need to hear it too. I need the reminder just like you do. All right, so listen. Lately I've been talking a lot about self-care, reflections, spiritual hygiene, getting to know thyself. I'm still working on this, because it's one thing to have something be brought to your awareness. It's another thing for it to be like something you embody. Avoiding people who lower your vibe, that's like a version of self-care. Remember in my other video when I was telling you about self-care is usually free and how self-care is really about us taking care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually? Well, avoiding people who lower our vibration, aka the vibes, avoiding people who come around and lower it is a form of self-care, because that affects me mentally. That can affect me emotionally. That can affect me physically and spiritually. Think about it. Physically, it can affect me if you coming around here and you want to get high, you want to drink, like get drunk. You know what I mean? You want to smoke them cigarettes all around me, giving me secondhand smoke, knowing that that's worse than actually smoking the cigarette with them black mouths all the time. You don't want to try the new little Mediterranean spot that I want to go to. You know what I mean? You want to do all of this stuff, but don't want to go meet me at the park so we can go walk the trail. And when I'm not around you, I'm doing all this stuff. So when I come around you, my vibe, my vibration, my frequency has to be lowered so that we can be comfortable around each other. That ain't the best way to take care of myself spiritually. You so negative. You always complaining. Every time I talk to you and I say, how you been? What's been going on? How you doing? You got something bad to say. You want to talk about drama. You want to gossip. You ain't read no books. You want to talk about TV shows all the time and reality shows where everybody just fighting and carrying on for entertainment. You want to talk junk about this nigga and ain't no high intellectual conversations being had between us. We can't talk about the stars, the moon, the planet. We can't talk about the earth. You don't want to go grounding and you ain't interested in healing. Like all of that is spiritual. A lot of that is mental and emotional too. You're stressing me out, calling me because you want me to meet up with you and these girls so we can go fight. You're always getting the attitude with me when I don't answer your phone call. Always demanding to know where I'm at, who I'm with, what I'm doing. But when I'm not around you, I'm at peace. My vibration is high. Saying affirmations. I'm pouring into myself. I'm eating right. I'm not watching as much TV. I ain't saying that you got to be doing every single thing right. But if you notice that when you by yourself, you're here. Okay? You might want to get here. You're not there yet, but you're at least here. And then somebody come around, a man, a friend, a parent, a cousin, a child, and now all of a sudden you down here or here. In order to be in their space, in their presence, in order for them to be comfortable around you, they don't really, they notice that you done started making changes in your life, but they don't want to meet you up here. They don't want to hear nothing about it. When you talk about it, they feel some type of way. They start thinking that you think you better than them, even though you ain't never said that. All you did was try to share a little enlightenment with them. This is all examples of poor self-care. And you need to avoid those people. They're lowering your vibration. And when you're low, you're usually not taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You can't be tapped in with the creator and you're down in the slums, not taking care of yourself, not prioritizing your health. Can't be on a high vibration if you allowing that man to call you all kinds of names and tell you that you ain't worthy. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I am still working on this because I got some people in my life, so to say, from my past that I notice when I get around them, even though I don't get around them often, but I notice that when I get around them, my vibration lowers. And I find myself reverting back to an old version of myself that I know deep inside I have outgrown. And if you can relate to that, this is what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We got to stop minimizing ourselves. And sometimes that's going to look like avoiding people or just completely cutting them off. And that's not an easy thing to do when you really feel like you got love for a person or y'all grew up together. Deep down inside, they are a good person. They just got, you know, we all got stuff. But if they're not working on healing it, if they would rather be comfortable than to be healing, you know, you got to remember that there's a reason you don't want to be like that old version of you anymore. There was a reason. You got to remember them days where you was like, this is not working for me anymore. I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to do these things anymore. They don't, they're not solving my problems. I'm only feeling good temporarily. And something else that I have witnessed is that other people notice when you start making changes, right? Your childhood friends, your family members, people who have known you for a very, very long time. They notice when you start making changes. They can feel your vibration raise. And it's either going to make them feel one or two ways. They're either going to be naturally intrigued or they're going to feel uncomfortable. If they can come around you and get you to bring it back down here where I'm comfortable around you at. How seriously do you think they're going to take your evolution in life? They see the changes and they see the difference in you, but then when you come around and they're able to make you bring it on back down, do you think they're really taking you serious? Your growth, your evolution, do you think they're really taking you serious? No. And if they don't take it serious, if they don't take your evolution serious, they're not going to respect it. They're not going to respect it. And you're basically telling them how to handle you and how to take care of you. You're basically sending out the message that all this work you're doing to become a better version of yourself ain't really that important because you don't even stand on that. You don't even stand on that shit. You just fold. Oh, that's just some stuff she be talking all that shit, but watch when she come around and watch what she really do. Let's see who she really is. Avoiding people who lower your vibration is self-care. And we got to stop feeling so guilty about everything. We got to stop feeling so guilty about everything, goddess. Because at the end of the day, it we are our own responsibility. Being a victim, playing the blame game, pointing the finger, allowing people, nobody does anything to us that we don't allow. So until you are spiritually strong enough to set that boundary and enforce it, avoid them people. And I feel like naturally you're gonna avoid them anyways. Like the more you stand on who it is you're evolving into, the lifestyle that you want to live, I feel like naturally you're going to avoid those kinds of people because what you going back over there for anyways? What you going back around them people for anyways when you know they ain't even doing the type of stuff that you want to do with your life? Okay. Y'all know I don't like these videos to be long, so I'm going ahead and end it right here. I hope that you all continue to have a wonderful Friday, because it's our day. Okay. And I love y'all. If you're feeling the vibe, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.